Hello everyone, welcome back to another Warhammer painting tutorial. In today's video, we are going to be taking this Plasmancer and we are going to be doing the color scheme of the Thokt Dynasty. So go ahead and grab your paints and paintbrushes and let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is coat the model entirely black. Now that the black is fully dried, it's time to move on to the parts that are going to be silver. And the color you will need is lead belcher. And you will need a small base brush. And you won't need very much of this, but the parts you're going to do is the tail underneath, the face mask, arms, carapace, coils, and then these little rods right in the center there. And then the mechanical parts that hold the scepter. Now that the silver parts are dried, it is time to move on to the cloak. And the color you will need is Celestia Gray. And you will need your small base brush again. We'll need a little bit on there. And the part that you are going to do is the cloak. And if black still shows through in the final result, that's totally fine. Just do 2 small layers instead of 1 thick layer. With that base coat of Celestia Gray now dried, it's time to add another layer. And the color you will need is Urethra Gray. And you'll need your small base brush again. A little bit of water on there. Then you're just going to go over the cloak again. Just making it a lot brighter for the further details to come. With that layer of urethane gray now dried, it's time to add some shade. And the color you will need is Darucci Violet. And you will need your small base brush. I'm going to go about on there like this. And where you're going to apply this is the cloak. And you can apply this heavily because you want to get in all the recesses. Now that the shade of Darucci Violet for the cloak is now dried, it is time to move on to the parts that are metal. And the color you will need is New Oil. And you will need your small base shade brush again. And the parts you're going to apply this to are the metal parts. With that shade of Newland Oil now dried, it is time to move on to some of the smaller parts on the model. And the color you will need is Nagaroth Night. And you will need your fine detail brush. And the areas you are going to do for this is the eye. And then you're going to do this little orb down below on both sides. And then on top of here, you'll see these little tiny coils. Just going to lightly tap it on top of those. And then you're going to move on to the sword. And you're going to be very careful with this, and you're going to run it along every other edge, like so. and then the crystals. With that base coat of Nagaroth Night now completed, it's time to move on to some finer details. And for this color, you will need Pink Horror, and you will need your fine detail brush, but the application for this one is a little bit different. So you're going to take it, you're going to ball it up at the end like so. And then you're going to simply go up to the eye and dab it right in the center. Now with the same color, you're going to need a dry brush and a tissue or a napkin. And you're going to take this, get a little bit on the brush like so. Then you're going to work it amongst all the bristles till it looks something like this. Now you're going to take it and you're going to dry brush all over the weapon. Then you're going to go over to the cloak and do the same. Trying to get all the edge highlights. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a completely painted Thokt Dynasty Necron Plasmancer. If you wish to see other dynasties or other paint schemes on different models, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Sean Doomside. Enjoy!